Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's July 23rd, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. You can see the marine there bumping up and down the coastal areas here. Not too intrusive, maybe some areas, more than others. In Southern California, actually, not too bad yesterday morning. Got into that nice sunshine pretty early. As we went through the afternoon hours, we kicked off those thunderstorms there across some of the east transverse ranges, peninsular ranges, Sierra Nevada, Arizona. And as we scroll through the afternoon hours, you can see all that activity continue, especially across portions of Nevada, Arizona, Eastern California, Sierra Nevada. And we go through the overnight hours and you can see all of that thunderstorm activity there continue across some of the high deserts towards Las Vegas. And then we go back towards this morning and you can still see we got moisture out there. And that is going to be a player in today's thunderstorms as well. So if we go all the way back to yesterday, you can see this fire kicking off here. I believe that is the Smith fire. The latest report I saw only had it at 50 acres, but it looks like a much bigger fire than that. But yeah, we do have some fires out there. But we've had some pretty big firestorms over the last few years, in the last 5 to 10 years as well, that have, produced quite a bit more smoke. So we're still doing okay, relatively speaking, overall, but conditions are still quite dry here across much of the area. And that's where the location that Smith fire would be. They checked it in with 50 acres. That may be right when it had started, though, because it looked like a much bigger fire. So taking a look at the high resolution rapid refresh as we go through today, you can kind of see thunderstorms, same places as we were dealing with them yesterday. Arizona, high deserts here, mountainous ranges all the way down into Baja, up into Sierra Nevada mountains, and on in through Nevada here. So as we scroll through the nighttime hours here, you'll see that thunderstorm activity continue across some portions of southern Nevada, western Arizona, and then we're going to do something similar here as we go on in through Wednesday as well, as that thunderstorm activity kick off yet again. Now, just a reminder, you don't need the reminder if you're out there out and about, and especially across the interior areas, that we are dealing with some pretty warm temperatures. But you can see we do have some relief coming in sight. Check out the temperatures by Thursday and Friday dropping off for many portions of Northern California. And a lot of the region here is going to get much cooler. And we're going to look at those temperatures here in a moment. And current hazards right now, I got heat advisories. We got excessive heat warnings out there. We even have a flood watch out there for some portions of the Sierra Nevada and Western Nevada. Taking a look here at the rain chances today, check it out. Higher terrain, thunderstorm activity, Big Bear Lake, Lucerne Valley, Means Lake, for example. Even Thermal and Palm Springs out there could get a thunderstorm here, and down towards the border as well, down into Baja across the higher terrain. And of course, as you go northbound as well, you can see Hanford National Weather Service. They're all over it, talking about that threat for some lightning out there. And be careful out there, because lightning kills people every single year. Don't be one of the unlucky ones out there. Stay in your car if you need to. Don't hide underneath trees and whatnot, and get off the water if you're out there on a boat. Taking a look at today's thunderstorm outlook here, we do have some potential severe wind gusts out there yet again, over 58 miles per hour. You can see Phoenix would be right here. You can see Eastern California. There's Blythe, Parker, and Yuma, for example. So yeah, deadly lightning on all these storms, and the gusty winds and the blowing dust can cause problems on some of the highways as well. You can get some of those traffic accidents going on there when that visibility drops down towards zero with that blowing dust. Taking a look at the 80-meter wind speed here, I'm going to put this in motion, and you can see as we go through the afternoon hours today, that convection starts to pop off across some of the region here, and you can get some gusty outflow winds across California, Arizona especially. You can see this outflow boundary moving from northeast to southwest across Arizona as we go through the evening hours tonight. So heads up for that. And then we're going to do something similar here for Wednesday, as we got some pretty impressive clusters of thunderstorm activity. They're moving it from east to west across Arizona. So yeah, heads up. It's going to be windy out there, especially near some of that thunderstorm activity. And this is the National Weather Service Las Vegas talking about the frequent cloud to ground lightning, strong gusty winds, localized flash flooding there. And some of the gusty winds, of course, especially across some of the lake areas, can really wreak havoc with anybody out there on a boat. And if you want a nice, affordable home weather station that records lightning on its own, it's got a lightning detection system. It tells you when it strikes, how far away the strikes are, builds its own forecast for you, and stores all the data for you in the cloud. Click on that link down below to save 10% off. Nice, attractive unit, great smartphone app. Now looking at Redding, California, no precipitation so far this month, and we are headed for probably the all-time warmest month ever for Redding, California, setting its all-time daily record high there of 119 on the 6th. And you see many days up over 110 degrees. Only one day checked in below 100 degrees, and that was only at 99 there on the 17th. So that one day was slightly below average. Every other day has been, fairly significantly above average, and some of them, pretty extremely so. Taking a look at today, this is a dry thunderstorm outlook. You can see it does clip northern California, some in northern Nevada here on and through southeast Oregon towards Boise, Idaho. And for tomorrow across Pacific Northwest, looks like it's going to be quite active. And some of this, fire risk is down into California a little bit here and does clip portions of northern Nevada with the isolated dry thunderstorms. So taking a look at what's going on here, you can see the ridge of high pressure in place here across much of the southwest, fairly strong ridge, but we've got this upper level low that's going to start to cool things off a bit as we go towards the end of the week. So that is going to provide some relief, if only temporarily. It will definitely take it. As you can see, this troughing kind of hanging out here as we go on in through Sunday night, but some models are hinting at that we may start to warm back up as we go through the end of the month and on into early August. If we take a look here, we're looking at 10,000 feet. You can see the temperatures, the nice warm temperatures aloft here with that ridge dominating the weather. But if I put this into motion, you can see one reason why we're going to be cooling down. You see the diurnal, kind of warm up here across the Intermountain West. And then you can see this cooler air mass aloft here kind of move across the area. And that's what's going to be bringing us our cool down here. Show you those temperatures here in a moment. I also want to show you that as we go through the end of the week here, we're not expecting precipitation. This is not like a system that would come in the wintertime and cast a strong frontal system and bring thunderstorms and winds and whatnot and precipitation. You see as we go through Friday afternoon, here we're on into Saturday, we're not bringing precipitation to San Francisco or Los Angeles or the coastal areas up towards Eureka or whatnot here. So we're not expecting precipitation to come in with that upper level low. And you can also see as I scroll back and forth, we're dealing with these afternoon thunderstorms here across the Sierra Nevada. This is going to be for Wednesday here, and then maybe one more day Thursday, and then we kind of cut that off as we go through Friday, as we shunt some of that moisture off to the east. Now, taking a look at the national blended models, this is for today. Again, a very warm day. Look at that reading up towards 110 degrees. We're talking about 110 for other locations, Southern Valley areas. So we go through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. See that cool down coming? Look at that Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, you guys might need a jacket out there, so be prepared for those chilly temperatures. And I kind of joke a little bit there, but it's been an extremely warm summer so far across much of the Southwest, including California. But yeah, that cool down will definitely be welcomed, I know, by many. And then we start to bounce those temperatures back again here as we go through the following week. But take that with a grain of salt at that time frame. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, kind of near normal showing up here. We'll see how that trends, but definitely looking forward to the cool down coming up here. And this is the 6 to 10 day precipitation, kind of that below average signal across the Intermountain West, and that extends into portions of California. Drought monitor here, I've been mentioning this the last few days. A little bit of moderate drought out there, but conditions are still quite dry across the state. And you can see we've got some moderate risk here and low risk elsewhere. I mean, maybe there's just not a lot to burn, but there still is quite a bit of lightning out and about out there. So, kind of always maintain your guard here in the summer months here across California for sure. But anyway, yeah, another interesting day there. If you're across some of the higher terrain, some of the desert areas, Arizona and Nevada, it's going to be coming up because we got monsoon moisture in place. We're going to fire up thunderstorm activity again here today. We'll go over all that tomorrow. Click like and subscribe. It's free to click that subscribe button down below, and I will talk to you guys then.